and welcome. Today we are here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, a very snowy day here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, getting ready to take you guys to a restaurant that we have not filmed at or even been to, for that matter, in about 3 years, since right around the time we started this channel. Today we're taking you guys along with us to
CROCKETT'S. CROCKETT'S, woo!
So the menus here are newspapers, and it's the White Oak Flats Daily Post, which White Oak Flats was the former name of Gatlinburg years ago. And here is a look at the menu. Here's the fruit, the cat head stackers, eggs Benedict. Over here are the omelets, Crockett maple features, as well as waffles. And a little bit of my drink fell onto the menu there, but there's the old-fashioned cinnamon candied apple waffle. And here are the French toast options, as well as the giant cinnamon roll, which is $8.79, and pot roast Benedict. Here are the scramblers, griddle cakes, and a big shout out to my Papa Franklin. He loves buckwheat pancakes, and they got some buckwheat pancakes here. And here are the Hunt Camp skillets, chopped steak and eggs, Black Bear Camp skillet, and Postmaster's favorite. And right over here are all of the sides to choose from, as well as beverages and juices. So before we go over the menu and before we go over the meal, I do have to state the waiting process is a little different here. So you do check in online. You can go to Google Maps or you can go to their website and check in. They actually use a guest manager website. And what happens is when you check in, they give you a wait time, and they also show how many parties are ahead of you. So we had, as you can see, 8 to 23 minute wait. There were 6 people ahead of us, and then as soon as it got to that screen, it just went off and it said, "Hey, you're off the list." And I said, "You've got to be kidding me, what just happened?" So I went inside and they said, "Well, hey, you didn't check in, so we took you off the list." Well, 3 years ago when we were here, we didn't have to check in. We just used the app, and we actually came in, just said, "Hey, we're here." And they're like, "Okay, cool, if you checked in on the app, you're good." Well, we're not the only ones. There's a lot of upset people who were also taken off the list minutes before their time was up. So again, we had 8 to 23 minutes, 6 people ahead of us. There were 93 people, so we had over a 2-hour wait. After waiting 2 hours, coming across the spur, waiting in the parking lot a little bit, coming out here in the snow, we were taken off the list. They put us back on, but we were no longer in that same spot. We probably had 10 to 15 people ahead of us, and then again, as people were coming in, they were also talking about like, "Hey, like, I had, 20, 30 minutes left before it was time for me to check in. You took me off the list." And they're like, "Well, we're gonna have to put you back on the list again." So heads up, get here about 30 minutes early, check in at the host stand, and then I guess you'll remain on it. It's not a great system, so I like to be transparent from from beginning to end when it comes to our restaurant experience. It's not a good experience for check-in, and like I said, we're not alone in this process. There's probably about 5 or 6 parties up there right now with the same exact issue.
I also wanted to say I also was kind of observing, because we've had quite a bit of wait time here and everything like that. That if
I don't mean to interject, but we were also observing just how many people were angry and upset.
Yeah, there was a lot, which is unfortunate. But also, there were people who did not even get on the app to reserve their time or anything like that, and they were told 20 to 30 minutes when they came in. But lots of people who checked in on the app about 2 hours ago still were not being seated within that 20 to 30 minute range. So also when you come here, there's lots of like southern charm and everything. One of those things is that they have the ball mason jars in a pint with your salt and your pepper. So there is plenty to go around if you need to season anything, but I'm sure you probably won't really need these either.
All right, so Henry got pancakes, and he was able to top it with some chocolate chips. And Gentry got the same exact thing. They also got scrambled eggs. I got the Black Bear skillet, and Jennifer got the same exact thing. The difference is, what did you get different on yours?
I got scrambled eggs instead of the over easy.
Scrambled eggs. And we both got the country sausage. And here's some grits. Over here's gravy.
Country ham. Pecan
sausage. What do we have here?
That's corn pone.
Corn pone. A cat head biscuit. They're called cat head biscuits because they're the size of a cat's head. We've got hash browns, 2 eggs over easy, and back here are the massive giant huge pancakes.
So I'm a big grits fan, so I'm really excited to try these. And these look really creamy so far. And I just added some pepper. I'm gonna try them first before I like kind of doctor them up how I like them, just to see like if they're already buttery or anything like that. But I like mine with butter, sugar, salt, and pepper, or with cheese and butter and pepper. How do you like your grits? So those are really good. They don't need anything but the pepper. They're already buttery and creamy and everything, so I'm just gonna eat them just like this. And so this is their pecan smoked bacon. And it looks really good and meaty. That's some of the best bacon I've ever had. I'm not even kidding around.
I can't wait to try it. You got me
good.
excited now.
Yeah, we love bacon in this household, so we're kind of particular about our bacon, but this is really good. It's not overly salty. It's got a good pecan smoke on it, and it's really meaty, as you can see. It's not real fatty. Delicious. So Crockett's is one of the places that are known for their huge pancakes, and as you can see, this is how thick they are. I'm not a huge pancake person, so I'm not going to be an expert. I'm not an expert on any type of food, but especially on pancakes. But I just like mine with just butter. I don't really care for like syrup on them or anything like that. So let's try this out. It's really good. It's nice and fluffy and a little bit of like vanilla in there. It's not like super sweet or anything like that. It's just good pancake.
The last time I was here, I got a different skillet, but I remember the corn pone being really good. It's sweet, it's mushy, it's got a really strong corn taste to it, and it's very good. It's almost like a dessert. But I'm going to take a little bit of this cat head biscuit here, and I'm just going to go animal style and just dunk it right into the sawmill gravy.
The gravy is really rich, creamy, and it has a real bold, peppery taste. There's a lot of pepper in here, which gives it that prominent, bold taste. And the cat head biscuit, while it's not the most flavorful, the texture is perfect when it's paired with this sawmill gravy.
Now I'll take a bite of the sausage here. Thick cut. That's delicious. There's a lot of flavor profiles going on in there, and that is not your typical sausage link right there. That is wonderful. And the grand total came out to a total after tax and before tip of $70.77. All right, everybody, that was Crockett's Breakfast Camp here in Gatlinburg. Gigi, what did you think about Crockett's?
It was pretty good, and I really liked the service. Thank you, Laura. I asked my dad to see the receipt, that way I could find her name. So thank you so much, Laura, for your outstanding service, and I can't wait to come here again and try some pancakes again.
That was a big pancake you had there. It's hard to finish. One, just one. It's about the equivalency to probably 3 or 4. And Henry, what do you think, buddy?
It was good.
It was good. How was your pancake?
Good.
What about your eggs?
Good.
And you enjoyed our country ham that you tried too, right? All right, and Jennifer.
I really enjoyed that. If you're trying to get your protein in, that is definitely the one to get, is that bear skillet. It was really, really good, and I could only eat a couple of bites of like the pancakes and the biscuit. Everything else was amazing. The country ham was cooked perfectly, also really tender and not too salty, so they probably like boiled some of that out, which is awesome. That's how my papa used to do it. And then that pecan smoked bacon, definitely try that. That is just on a whole nother level. So good, and the creamy grits. And I gotta give a shout out to Laura also. She was amazing. And sweet tea alert here. I drank, I don't know how many glasses, but it was so good.
And my meal was great as well. If I could pick 3 things, not in any particular order, I love the corn pone, the sausage, and of course that bacon. The pecan smoked bacon was outstanding, just like Jennifer said. Our service is great. Thank you, Laura. And also, going back to the check-in process again, it was like a 2-hour wait, but we were over in Pigeon Forge. We have plenty of time. But if you put in a wait time on the app, My suggestion is stop by here, then walk around downtown, have your fun, and then come back because they'll take you off the list apparently. So guys, we thank you so much for joining us here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee at Crockett's, and we sure to look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Every Day is Saturday.